What's up, everybody? How you doing today? This video is going to be the top 5 reasons not to work for Werner. And a little disclaimer on this video, this is not an attack at the drivers. This is not a bashing video. This is purely my experience with a certain thing, which I want to do more. Top 5 reasons either to or not to do something in the trucking industry, whether it be a review on a GPS, a trucking company, a certain kind of truck, a truck stop, whatever. I'm going to do these every Sunday, and I know you guys are probably shaking your heads because I know I didn't make a video last Tuesday like I said I was going to. Some things just don't work out the way you plan. I wanted to make a video. I was running real goofy hours, and I was running on recap and stuff, and I was tired, or I was driving through the middle of the night and shutting down right at the crack of dawn, and just didn't work out. But I'm going to change that. I'm still bringing you guys videos, plan to bring you guys videos every Tuesday and Sunday. If one doesn't work out, expect for me to make up that video sometime in the week. So now on to the top 5 reasons not to drive for Werner Enterprises. Reason number 5 is they treat you like a number. You're not a person to them. A lot of times when I was there, I'd call in, I'd say, hey, this is Abe, and if I forget my truck number, my dispatcher would just be confused. He says, well, who the hell is Abe? Who are you? What's your truck number? What are you doing? Maybe a trip number if you have it. So there was no real personal connection between you and the company. And I mean, it's, kind of to be expected with a company that's got 8,000 trucks. And, I think I heard dispatchers at big companies can have anywhere from 100 to 200 drivers on their board, so they're not going to be very personal with you. Reason number 4, while I was there, I had to fight for every single mile. If I went a week and I didn't talk to my dispatcher, I'd end up with like a 1,000-mile week, just because they'd forget about you. They'd give you a little 200-mile run and do a 15-hour break, and then they would just continue like that. I constantly had to stay on top of them to give me some miles. And as an owner-operator, I had to get real nasty. I had to refuse certain loads, have to threaten to bobtail home. I had to literally had to scream, fight, and bicker for every single mile I pretty much drove at my time at Werner. Reason number 3, if you plan on going to Werner and driving there as a solo, expect them to force you into training after a certain amount of time. They'll tell you a lot of stuff, such as you'll be in a certain area, and they'll sit you for 2 days, and then they'll give you a 100-mile run, and you'll question them about why the no miles or small miles, crappy runs. They'll tell you things like, well, the only loads in your area that are available are trainer freight, either team or trainer freight. So they'll continue to tell you that, and then they'll keep telling you, we need you to train. We have a big surplus of students and not enough trainers, and they'll promise you with all kinds of crap like big money and constant moving and stuff. So if you're not into training, I suggest you stay away from Werner, because they will try to force you into it, regardless if you want to or not. You can tell them 100 times that you don't want to train, they're still going to bring it up pretty much every week to you. Number 2 reason not to drive for Werner is if you get on a regional account, expect to travel quite often out of your regional area. For instance, the last, 7 or 8 months I was with Werner, I was technically on a Midwest regional. I found myself quite often in New York and New Jersey, and then even out west up into Washington and Texas and stuff. So they're going to send you, there's really no regional at Werner. And I have a lot of close friends that are like on Western 11 with Werner, or Southeast Regional, and same story for those guys. They are constantly going out of their area, and when you question the company, they'll tell you that's the only freight they have, and it's either that or sit in a truck stop. So they really kind of force you to go out of your area that you don't want to drive into. And the number 1 reason not to drive for Werner, this is above all, is the pay. I guess it's not terrible when you first start out, but if you have some experience, you're really not going to make a whole lot of money at Werner. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm out here, I want to make as much money as possible, run as many miles as possible, And in fact, when I at the end of my owner-operator experience with Werner, I briefly thought about going company. I talked to a recruiter, and they said they'd start me off at the top of their pay scale at 32 cents a mile. Ooh. So, yeah. So if that's the top of their pay scale, wow, that's really bad. So those are the top 5 reasons. Like I said, this is not a personal attack at anybody. This is not a bashing video to Werner. These are my own experiences. And actually, next week on Sunday, I'm going to do a 5 reasons to work for Werner. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it, do all that good stuff. And also, I'll leave some links in the description to some of my other trucker YouTuber friends. If you enjoy my videos, the advice and everything else, I'll leave you a bunch of other trucker YouTubers to check out. So go ahead and check them out. Hit the subscribe button on their page. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day, guys. Run hard and get paid.